Voters around the world decide to vote or not to vote for many different reasons. Some might want a particular candidate to win. Some may feel a necessity to fulfill an inherent civic duty. Some may derive a utility from voting itself looking for a particular outcome, and others may just do it due to social pressure. Even so, there is a proportion of the population that voluntarily decides not to participate in this democratic process. In many cases, the decision to vote or not to vote might be explained by the belief that one's vote has no real effect on the result. Namely, the expected instrumental benefits of voting appear to be practically zero, while it implies significant costs, such as the opportunity cost of time. This is the rational voting model which derives in the voting paradox. If voters are rational, we would expect them to vote only when the benefits derived from voting exceeds the costs. Hence, we would expect extremely low turnout rates. However, in reality, this does not hold, and turnout rates tend to be relatively high in most elections. The paper written by Timo Liitikainen and Jan Tukiainen seeks to study the behavior of voters, particularly the instrumental components of the rational voting model, and how it can change based on the belief that their individual decisions can actually have an impact on the end result of a particular voting process. To do so, the paper aims to answer the question, are voters rational, in the sense that the decision between voting or not derives from a cost-benefit choice tree.
As we said, rational voter votes if benefits outweigh the costs. Benefits are divided into D, the independent utility of voting, P, the pivotal probability expressed as the probability of the preferred candidate to win if the person votes, minus the probability of the preferred candidate to win if the person doesn't vote, multiplied by the benefit of the preferred election outcome. The paper shows that if pivotal probability increases, voting turnout also increases. In Finnish local government elections, voters elect the municipal councils. These councils are very important to voters because of their role in providing the majority of public services in Finland, their tax rate determination possibility, their role in being the main seat of power in municipal decision-making, and lastly, because of the probability of one vote turning the elections, both within parties and between parties, in most municipalities, is high, due to the nature of the open list property and multi-party system and the high number of council seats per capita. Council sizes are determined by population cutoffs, where a certain population threshold determines the number of council seats within a municipality.
Authors use a regression discontinuity design to show the relationship between turnout and population thresholds. At each cutoff, we see an increase on the number of members in the municipal councils. This leads to a higher probability of a vote changing an election, as per capita council positions increase. Specifically, pivotal probability increases 18% to influence between parties' elections and 17% within parties' last seat election, which increases rational benefits. Thus, turnout increases after a council enlargement, but only as within party pivotality increases. Authors also show a placebo regression in national elections, where turnout doesn't change since pivotal probability doesn't increase in this case. They also use instrumental variables to show that other factors related to elections in local councils aren't the reason of higher turnout. Therefore, higher probability to influence within parties' candidates is the main driver of turnout. This rules out models that rely solely in the variable D, which is the expressive or irrational part of voting behavior. Thus, the main finding of the paper is that rationality also matters.
So now, after watching this video, it is your turn to tell us, why do you vote?